podcast is really popular, but like, you know, you're looking at 300 and 400 and 500, you know, like usually like somewhere around 500,000 views. This one has 1.6 million, right? So it definitely hit outside of at least like their orbit of like audience, and hopefully, you know, like me talking about it and like, you know, like putting it out to like my audience too will help out for people too. Because, yeah, I had no idea about this. Now, I heard that the school district actually reported, they reported about this themselves. Is that correct? That the school district also has had a response to these guys doing the video, right? And so let's go ahead and we're going to take a look at it. This is the statement from the Buffalo school. And so let's go ahead and take a look at it in just a second. I have to, mods have the link to the tweet? Yeah, sure. Well, give me just a second, and I'll get through everything. Just give me a second. So we got a bunch of fucking retards over here talking shit. Statement from the Buffalo Public School. A member reveals the school district was actively trying to remove it, and and this is the this is the video right here. So this is the statement the public school made as a response to this video and these allegations. They said, statement from the Buffalo Public Schools is aware of an unfortunate and recent allegation circulating in an online video. The district is prepared to vigorously address these untruths. The district has prioritized the safety and security of its students and staff every day. BPS is second largest Buffalo Public Schools, I guess, largest district in New York City, or New York State. Yeah, right. With some 60 schools, 30,000 students, and any transgressions that may happen are handled swiftly with seriousness, fairness, empathy, and integrity. Surely. Okay, so they have a close professional relationship with the police department. Welcome. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. There it is. Welcome to the Thunderdome. Yep, there you go. And thank God. Now, let's see if there's any information about... So what about these guys being drunk? Because I read somebody saying that, like, they were getting discredited because they were drunk. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true or not. Can somebody find me the... is the local news did it? It is on his... Okay, yeah, let me see if I can find it real quick. He tweets a lot, but I'll see what we can do. And let's see, where is it? Fuck. New charges filed in Buffalo schools incident highlighted in podcast. According to court documents, the Illinois native faces new felony charges. Wait, okay, so hold up. So this is a bit of an update here. Am I getting this right? That so all of these things are wait a minute. So if they're all untrue, then why did they lead to a new felony? Why did they lead to a new felony charge? Ah, geez, guys. I wonder what the reason for that is. Oh, what a big fucking mystery. How could this have happened? Yeah, it's drunk. Yes, oh my God, it's a mystery. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I guess they just arrested him because of the podcast, right? Detective, and this is it, Buffalo Schools, huge shout out. Yeah, and this is a charge done by the police, of course, right? And this is the original video. And let me see, so is there any information about this, about the article written about them that was negative? Because that was the thing that I had wanted to look at before. Oh, by the way, Donut, just to keep in mind who this guy is, I've talked to him a couple of times before, he's a really nice guy. And he was the one that paid the fine for the... I think that the... let me make sure that I'm 100% right on who it is. There was a South Korean... Yeah, a South Korean Navy SEAL YouTuber was fined $7,000 for attacking Johnny Somali. And he said, I just did what I needed to do as a Korean citizen. And then he obviously had the fine. And then Donut paid the fucking fine for him. So that's who this guy is, right? And yeah, beat the shit out of Johnny Somali, right? Yeah, exactly. Fuck him. And so anyway, where's the article about this? I want to find it because I just want to see another... Anytime that I can find an instance of media being dishonest or disingenuous, I want to find it. Goblin Slayer? Yeah, exactly, right? Oh, fuck. Rift Up Brands, can I send you the link? I posted it to your ex. Yeah, tag me in it on Twitter and I can take a look at it there. Let me see if I can pull it up myself. Oh, fuck. Okay. Where is... I'm not seeing any articles. Yeah, I'm not seeing this, bro. Like, where is it? Try looking at Buffalo Channel 4 News. Okay, sure. I guess I can try to find that. Unsubscribe. Bro. Those autocompletes? Damn. Okay, let me see if I can find any information about this. Is hiding crimes against kids? Accusations made. Is this it? Against in a podcast. Seriously. I don't know if this is really it or not. He's since appeared on more national podcasts for not responding quickly to his original allegations. Something on the surfaces. Yeah, is this it? I'm not sure if this is it or not. Just exit out of that. It's not this one? Okay. Does anybody have the title? Does anybody have the title of it at all? Because if I can find the title, then it will be easier for me to do it. Yeah, give me 1 second. It's on X. Okay, it looks like we might have a link, guys. Thanks a lot. Okay, we got Fern Melder, one of my mods in chat. Huge W. Oh, it's an actual video? Oh, shit. Wait. Instead of focusing on the allegations of child abuse cover-up first, you go after unsub.
Okay, let's start the new week off fresh with what is a very hot topic right now.
Some fresh new allegations.
Oh my gosh. I mean, seeing this come in over the weekend and reading about it and just the headline, it's all like, what? What's going on?
Right.
So I want to hear your voice on these accusations about the Buffalo Public School District hiding sexual abuse and sexual assault among students. This is what one police officer, Buffalo police officer and detective is saying is going on.
So let's merge in with our TV pure standby.
Larger conversation here. This is the part where we get to share your voice and really dive into today's topics. And today's topic is one that a lot of people are weighing in on Facebook, reading on the WTBW page right now on our website. So good morning to you. Want to know what you think about this frankly bizarre situation that's happened.
So a Buffalo police detective from the Special Victims Unit has come forward to expose allegations of sexual abuse among students in schools and then a deliberate cover-up among administrators and lawyers for the Buffalo Public School District. So this all kind of stems from one incident in particular at the school that's connected to the Buffalo Science Museum. So Detective High came out over the weekend on this podcast and made all of these allegations about what's happening inside the school that the school says is inherently false and untrue.
Then why did a new felony charge happen? For the thing that they said happened.
So while they say that there's nothing to worry about, Detective High says that there is most certainly something to be concerned about. So
what a surprise.
We're going to dig in here. We want to share your voice because there's obviously a lot to get to and a lot to unpack. But first, to look at some of today's top stories.
Police in the town Tonawanda working to find who's behind this here.
The agency
all could be going on. It was all kind of going through my mind. Okay, this story, I think when I first read it over the weekend and it was all kind of going through my mind, immediately I'm like, wait, what? What's going on here? So you're talking about the second largest school district in the entire state of New York and claims that they are hiding sexual abuse and sexual assault among students.
Yeah.
I mean, that just raises so many red flags for parents, for community members. These are our kids, our students. So how could this possibly be going on, one, and then be going unreported? So you see this podcast, this is Detective Richard High, and he made these claims on a podcast, and he says, look, I know these are serious claims. I know that I could get in trouble for saying this, but I've got to be the voice here, the one who speaks out.
So I'll be honest with you, I started watching this podcast, and my first thought was, this is ridiculous.
What is this?
This is crazy. I'm listening to all these guys burp and just be absolutely foul.
You're looking at like...
What a little soy boy rat bitch.
What a nasty little rat. Ad hominem. What does it matter? Like, what? Jesus.
The White Claws on
Yeah.
the table.
And
Is
so
alcohol involved here?
my
Where
first
are they?
thought-
Is alcohol involved here? So let's get this straight. So now they're not dressed in a good way on the podcast. Do you want to know what's really terrifying for these news anchors? Let me tell you the fucking truth of why they're scared. The fact is that this podcast probably gets infinitely more people watching them than this shitty news show. So the reason why they're upset and they're afraid is because these podcasts put them at risk. That's the reason why they don't like the podcasts. It's not because of any sort of journalistic integrity. Well, you knew that wasn't the reason. But it's just because it puts them at risk. White Claws are not alcohol? No, there's alcoholic and non-alcoholic. I had some, they gave me some for some of the non-alcoholic. I threw them away. I guess I drank all of them. The non-alcoholic White Claws, I drank some of them. They were okay, but, not amazing. But the ones they were drinking were alcoholic. Okay, there's definitely that. What a disgusting thing to say.
What is this?
This is crazy. I'm listening to all these guys burp and just be absolutely foul.
You're looking
How are they being absolutely foul? What does that even mean? What is that? What does this even mean?
like the White Claws on
Yeah.
the table.
And
Is
so-
alcohol involved
You like
here?
this one
My
too,
Where
so
are
first thought
they?
is, okay, this can't actually be real. But then when you actually listen to the allegations, you unpack what he's saying and understand that this guy is, to an extent, a public figure in that A, he's paid for with taxpayer dollars, and B, he's
He's a public figure because he's paid for with taxpayer dollars? That's not what being a public figure means. It's just not. What? Don't you have a teleprompter that you read this off of?
also put out there on his social media pages his personality and for all to see and support. You understand.
So he's trying to poison Noel to make it seem like this detective is coming out here and doing it in order to get attention for his social media. And so he's introducing him in this way to poison Noel for the audience, to think that he's a bad actor.
And then, okay, maybe he has a little bit of credence here, but it's a lot of credence.
I mean, he's in the Special Victims Unit. You know, he's not just some random guy. He is a Buffalo police officer.
Exactly.
And he's going out on a limb, not only on this podcast, but he spoke with 7 News senior reporter Monty Becker. He came here and talked to us.
His job, I would argue, is what he is most at risk of right here.
Right, at risk of losing.
Coming out here and saying something against the Buffalo Public School District that he believes is 100% true,
And
that
they're
they
all
say is
denying
false.
it, yeah.
Right. Charisse, good morning to you. Shaking my head is all I'm going to say. It's terrible all over. I want to go into Cindy's comment here. There is way too much going on that is kept untold. And Grace, we don't know if it's true, but if it is, what the hell is wrong with them and how are they working with kids?
That's what I'm saying
So
about
you're
the,
reading, you're checking chat, and you somehow think that you're above a podcast.
these red flags, that those scary moments where you're like, wait, is this going on? Is this something that, you know, my child knows about or that's happening when they're in school every single day? Amy, good morning to you. The amount of abuse going on in our world has become so sickening. Please get help if you have a problem. Save our kids. They need protecting. Denise says, my question, why would he come forward and
Right.
lie? Someone needs to look after these kids, and the school is covering this up. Disgusting. And that's a question, too. Initially, you hear something, and you have to be skeptical, right? Is this true? But then you're like, well, why would he lie
Right.
about this? And what's going on here? So now the school board is hosting a special session tonight. They might go into executive session. So that was very last minute, late on a Sunday night. So it's clear that, you know, something's going on behind the scenes here.
Well, they have to react. That's what's going
They
on.
have to figure, you know, whatever's going on, they have to have a conversation. They have to get ahead of this and,
Yeah.
and deal with it.
They are, at this point, the Buffalo School District behind the eight ball. What they're saying here is that this is not true, that they are working to keep your kids safe, and that this would never happen. But what High says is interesting in that.
So, I mean, I guess they couldn't release the footage of the abductor, but actually they could. They could just omit the part where the kids are involved. So if the Buffalo School District wanted to prove this wrong, they would just show the security camera footage of this person, the abductor, coming in and leaving the school. Because, I mean, right? That would immediately disprove it. But if they don't have the footage, how far back do they have all the footage? And if they're missing this specific footage, why is that? Ah, jeez, dude. Oh, man, I wonder. Eli's the host? Eli's in the chat. What's his name? Eli double tap. Is that him? Wait, oh, is this him? Oh, fuck. That's actually Eli. Let me see. User. Let me. Yeah, bro, like, gifted subs. Yeah, thanks for what you're doing, man. Like, I know, I think Twitch doesn't let you, like, talk or something like that if you follow for a while. But, yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm really excited to find out what the follow-up to this is. I am, man. I really am. And thanks a lot for putting this out there. Yeah, we totally support you. And, you know, if anything bad happens, you know, like, our community is totally in support. Yeah, we do.
There was destruction of evidence in some capacity, like surveillance video. In this one case where there was an attempted kidnapping, an attempted abduction inside the school that is connected to the Buffalo Science Museum. He says the doors are unlocked there, but somebody deliberately deleted that video and is now
I feel like this is the easiest thing to prove, right? It's so, like, am I crazy? It's so fucking easy.
Being an obstructionist and trying to get them to cooperate with subpoenas from the Erie County District Attorney's Office. So there is a lot of legalese here and a lot of, like, in the weeds stuff that actually paints a much broader picture when you look into it and start thinking about it. But what is to come of this, I think, is the big question now.
Right.
Where do we go from here? You're sending your kids off to school this morning. You still have to trust the people that you're sending to take care of your kids. In locus parenti, I think, is what it is. Like, they are basically the guardian during the day.
They didn't guard very well.
Right. Is anyone being held accountable? And, you know, are people being held accountable and we just don't know about it? And these are things that people need to know.
My question is there a different way to go about this? You know...
Oh, great. Let's make another advocacy for... Let's advocate for going through the system that caused this problem to happen. Let's advocate for another bureaucratic compliance system that causes everything to effectively get filtered so much that it ceases to exist. Yeah, that's what he wants to run circles. Yes, exactly. And this is, again, these are the people that make the advocacy and they make the appeal to the authority of these systems that are designed to be oppressive. They'd rather waste all the time doing this bullshit than do what can be done already. Exactly. Yeah, and like you see, and this is why, like, I don't want to make this, like, very political, because I think this is, like, very an apolitical issue. But, like, you see why, for example, like, I'm a big supporter of, like, Elon Musk removing a lot of this, Ghost, thanks for the 10 subs, man. Elon Musk removing a lot of, like, the bureaucratic fat. I feel like these people are just an absolute cancer. Do you think it's a Democrat thing? No, I don't. I think focusing on the party affiliation only weakens the overall argument about this legitimate problem. I think that even if it's 95% a Democrat problem, that doesn't, and I'm not saying it is, but theoretically, this is a problem with simply any bureaucratic system. And I think this happens in a public and private sector. This happens in the federal government, it happens in the local government, it happens in video game studios, it happens at tech startups once they get enough people. I don't see the connection, to be honest. So here's what the connection is. this guy is making an argument toward the guy on the podcast coming on there and not going through the official channels in order to make this known. But the problem is that those official channels are designed to be oppressive. And so when you create a system that effectively suppresses and makes it almost impossible for you to do certain things, then that system is effectively working against your goal. So when you make an advocacy for that system, you are effectively advocating against the goal of what the system is designed to supposedly do. That's the reason. It's called the law of bureaucracy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but like that's basically it. Did he say something? Sorry, let me just go ahead and double check, because I don't know if it's still fucked or not. Yeah, 100% always welcome on. Thank you for getting the message out. All legacy, yeah, bro, Eli. Yeah, this is the host of the podcast, by the way. Like huge W's in chat. Like, bro, like thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you for doing it and everything, man. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yes, legacy media is garbage. It is. It's so bad, and it's crazy. And again, legacy media is part of that bureaucracy. It is part of that bureaucracy. It is part of this again. This immovable apparatus that prevents anything from happening of value or importance. So yeah, we totally support you. If there's any degree of, what's the word? Like repercussions, collateral, or anything like that, my community is totally supportive, and we'll do whatever we can. Right? We definitely can. And big shout out to Angry Cops for exposing this and putting his career at risk. Dude is a legend. Yes, again. And he's 100% correct. They want to restrict the message and control it. The school has many problems, and we have the deleted footage. So they couldn't even delete it the right way. Oh my God. So not only are they awful, they're also stupid. Who could have ever imagined? So, but doesn't that prove what he was saying? That this wasn't some nefarious Pizzagate situation. It's just a bunch of retards desperately trying to protect themselves. Oh, God. Yeah, there it is. Of course, fucking retards, exactly. Yeah, huge fucking shout out. Yes, show us footage. Well, they're probably not going to show it yet, right? I mean, why would they? You have to understand that showing the footage of this happening, I would be very reluctant to do that because there could be minors involved. I wouldn't immediately show that. That's smart for them not to immediately show it. Yeah, think about this just, and I understand what you're saying. I get what you're saying, but that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, they can show it in court. Yeah, exactly. As for the courts, yeah, it is. But yeah, thank you, Eli. I appreciate it, man. I think that we all do.
For the detective or the school?
Well, both. Does this create alarm? More harm than good?
What a rat fuck. Dude. What a weasel. Oh!
You know, we never want to be alarmists, but obviously he's raising the red flag here, but is there a different way to go about doing it? And
you never want to be an alarmist? Well, what happens whenever something happens that's alarming? What do you do then? Like, it's just, what a ridiculous thing to say.
And perhaps, I mean, I appreciate the fact that he came forward and started speaking about it, because that also shares his side of the story.
Yeah, it's definitely not the last time we're going to talk about this, but interesting to see it. I don't think there's ever been another case that has come out like this, right? That we hear about in a podcast.
So what I find to be funny about this is that, actually, let me finish. Let me just let it finish.
It's so 2025, right? It comes out of the podcast, and
bizarre.
We hear about it, and now, it's going to...
It's bizarre. This guy doesn't like podcasts, I can tell.
Session, so we'll keep you updated.
Coming up in our next half hour, we're taking a look at what home essentials you could be paying more for because of tariffs. But first, Aaron Struck, News 7 Weather.
Guys, we don't want to get into alarmism. guys, we don't want to, guys, we don't want to get into alarmism. Bro, suck my fucking dick. Are you kidding me? And also, by the way, going back and look at this. Whenever I'm looking at this, listen to it again. This was totally out of fucking nowhere.
And sexual abuse and sexual assault among students, so many right. Could this possibly be going on, one, and then be going unreported? So you see this podcast, this is Detective Richard High, and he made these claims on a podcast, and he says, look, I know these are serious claims, and I know that I could get in trouble for saying this, but I've got to be the voice here, the one who speaks out.
So I'll be honest with you, I started watching this podcast, and my first thought was, this is ridiculous.
What is this?
This is crazy. I'm listening to all these guys burp and just be absolutely foul.
You're looking at like the white.
There was nothing about like, and so I was expecting him to like try to go and like explain why, but be a man, holy shit, it's not, no, she's not even complaining about it, it's just him. She's fine. Yeah, what a fucking rat. I know, what a weasel. And so podcasting is making his job obsolete, and thank God for that. Thank God. And so, yes, predator enabler. Well, what I find to be funny about this is that he starts off his coverage of this with a personal attack, like some like weird personal thing about the way that they're running the podcast. It's like, this has nothing to do with it. And it's also, it wasn't even followed up by anything. It was just him like, oh yeah, by the way, these guys are bad. Like, who gives a fuck? Exactly, like, who gives a fuck? There you go. He probably has kids, and it's what kids do, and he probably has no kids, so he cannot handle when someone else burps. I don't even think it's that. I don't have kids, and I think it's fine. Yeah. Bro, it's not even an attack. It's such a non-issue. No. See, this is the problem, is that I hate to use this word because it makes me so mad, but it's real. This is a microaggression. There are so many of these microaggressions that are committed by legacy media that are done to subversively cause the audience that doesn't have their guard up to have their perception warped in a way that is intentional. This is one of those microaggressions. This is exactly what's happening. And the problem with microaggressions and things like this is that they're small, and they're small enough to where when you call them out, they're like, oh, you're just being crazy, you're just getting mad over nothing. No. I see what's happening. It's obvious what's happening. And it's insulting to the intelligence of everybody that you're pretending like it's not. Am I crazy? These are unironic microaggressions. They are. I think we need to take this word back. We do. We've got to take this word back. We got to take it back from the woke people, because I see this happen. I see it happen constantly. Are you not Mr. Microaggression? Well, I usually do macroaggressions, but yeah, I do a little bit of that too. Sure. Fucking base. Yes, exactly. It's a scripted attack. Yeah. Let's see. Male Karen. Yeah, definitely. Lawmakers still need to start going after media outlets, because this is a crime on the public. They should be losing licenses if they're doing this bullshit. I think that they should not lose their licenses. I think that they should have no problem with that at all. But I think that there needs to be a conversation about whether these people are acting in the best interest of the public, and if the public is funding them and providing them with any opportunities, is this the best use of the taxpayers' money or anything like that? So yeah, meanwhile, quote, insert any and all accusations of substantiated or unsubstantiated evidence against police officers doing their job, immediately guilty and paraded around by every liberal news org. Yeah, exactly. And how do you hold them to it then? You hold them to it by doing exactly what we're doing right now. Calling it out, defining it, identifying it, and then directly confronting it. Yeah, by talking about it. And so, yeah, I'll read a few more of these. He's trying to dismiss the guy simply because he came out on a podcast or stream and not the local media. After all, it cannot be real unless it comes out on public television. That is exactly what it is. What a fucking rat. And you can see, obviously, that everybody, if you look at post engagements, they obviously shut this down. Go fuck yourself. Why'd you turn off the comments if you're so right? And yeah, oh, and is this the guy? This is the guy. Okay, let me see. I can pull this up and we'll look at it. The president's CEO people is speaking out for the first time. More alarmism. Yep, there we go again. A new concern about cancer-causing chemicals. Like, all of this is alarmism. Yeah, what are we talking about? This will live rent-free in my mind. It's just, Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, bro. Oh. Yeah, I wonder why this... I think this podcast upset him a lot. Polls are open. Make sure you make your voice heard. Yep, there it is. Uh-huh. Well, there we go. It may turn into personal attacks on him. Let's move on. I mean, he had no problem making personal attacks on the guy in the podcast, right? He had literally zero problem in that. This is a public figure. If you, the thing is that if you start making public attacks and you start doing this stuff, I just wanted to get an idea of who this guy is. I'm not insulting his appearance. I'm not doing anything like that. I am criticizing his words, his actions, and how they are incongruent with what it seems like he discusses on his Twitter. That's it. Yeah, it's a public figure. Yeah, that's an actual public figure. Let's see here. And he's fair game. Yeah, too bad, by the way. Too bad. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it, too, by the way.